Ladies, have you ever found yourself wondering, does he really love me? Not just the surface level affection, but the deep soul level love, the kind that's rare and real. Well, today we're diving into the words men only say when they're truly in love. These aren't casual compliments or flirty lines. These are phrases that slip out when a man feels emotionally safe, deeply connected, and sees a future with you. When a man says, "I've never told anyone this before," it's not just a casual statement. It reflects a deep level of trust and vulnerability. Men are often taught to keep their emotions guarded. So when he opens up and shares something personal, it means he feels emotionally safe with you. This phrase usually marks a turning point in emotional closeness, showing that he wants to let you into a part of his world that most people don't see. The phrase, "I want to be a better man for you," carries a powerful message. It's not about changing who he is to meet expectations, but rather a genuine desire to grow because of the positive influence you bring into his life. When a man truly loves someone, her presence motivates him to improve, not out of pressure, but out of love and inspiration. It's a subtle way of saying, "You're worth every effort." When he says, "I want you to meet my family," or "I've been thinking about our future," it's more than just sharing plans or introducing you to relatives. It means he sees you as part of his long-term life. These words indicate commitment and that he's thinking beyond the present moment. It shows he values your presence so much that he wants you to be connected to the people he cares about and be part of the life he's building. Words like, "I miss you even when we're together," or "You make everything better," may sound poetic, but they reveal a deep emotional bond. They reflect not only affection, but emotional dependence, not in a needy way, but in a secure and meaningful way. And when he tells you he's proud of you or calls you his best friend, it means he sees you as his equal, someone he deeply respects. If he says, "I love you," without needing a reason or a romantic moment, it's because love has become part of his everyday truth. And that's when you know it's real. When a man says, "I want to be a better man for you," it may seem like a simple phrase, but it carries a depth that's easy to overlook. This statement doesn't come from a place of needing to impress or gain approval. Instead, it's a reflection of inner motivation sparked by genuine emotional connection. Note, the reflection of an inner emotional connection. It reveals that being with you makes him want to rise to a higher standard, not because you demanded it, but because he feels inspired by your presence in his life. This kind of growth doesn't happen in every relationship. Many people go through connections where they feel stagnant or unseen. But when a man finds someone who brings out the best in him, who makes him reflect and evolve, it becomes a rare kind of bond. Your energy, your support, and the way you carry yourself create a mirror for him to see who he truly wants to become. In love, we don't just look at who someone is, we see who we can be with them by our side. It's not about perfection. It's not about changing to meet someone's checklist. It's about a man realizing that the relationship he's in is worth growing for, that your love makes him want to communicate better, be more emotionally present, more responsible, more patient. And the key is, he doesn't see these things as chores or sacrifices. He sees them as steps toward becoming the man you already see in him. This phrase also reflects emotional maturity. A man who can recognize that he has room to grow and openly expresses his willingness to do so is showing both humility and commitment. He's saying in his own way that you matter enough to him that he wants to become the best version of himself, not just for his own sake, but for the future you might share together. That kind of love isn't surface level. It's grounded, intentional, and deeply rooted in respect. When a man asks, "What do you think I should do?" it might sound like a simple question, but it carries a deeper meaning when it comes from someone who truly loves you. Here's the summary. When you ask for someone's help, you set them free. When you ask for someone's help, most men are conditioned to handle things on their own, to be problem solvers and decision makers without seeking help. So when he turns to you for advice or guidance, especially on something important, it signals that he doesn't just see you as someone he's dating, he sees you as a trusted partner whose thoughts and insights genuinely matter to him. This kind of question shows a level of emotional openness that doesn't come easily to everyone. He should be willing to listen to others and to be willing to, he's not just looking for a solution, he's inviting you into his inner world. By asking for your opinion, he's saying that your judgment holds weight in his life. He respects the way you think, the way you view situations, and he believes that your perspective can help him make the best possible decision. That's not just love, it's a sign of deep emotional investment and respect. It also shows that he's letting go of pride, which is something many people struggle with in relationships. To admit that he doesn't have all the answers and that he values your input means he's not trying to dominate the relationship or prove his independence. Instead, he's showing that he believes in teamwork, in growing together, and in building a connection based on mutual support and understanding. That level of humility often only comes when someone feels completely comfortable with you. When a man reaches this point, it's often a sign that he sees a future with you. He's no longer carrying burdens alone or keeping you at a distance from his challenges. He wants you beside him, not just for the good times, but in the tough decisions and uncertain moments. And that simple question, "What do you think I should do?" becomes more than just words. It becomes proof that he values your mind, trusts your heart, and sees you as an essential part of his life. When a man says, "I miss you even when we're together," it might sound like a romantic line from a movie, but it carries an emotional depth that's easy to overlook. This phrase isn't about distance or absence. It's about a level of connection so strong that even being physically close doesn't feel like enough. He's expressing something more than desire. He's revealing a bond that goes beyond what words can fully explain. It's the feeling of wanting to be deeply connected on every level, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. This kind of attachment doesn't happen with just anyone. It happens when he's found someone who makes him feel truly seen and understood. Your presence gives him peace, and yet at the same time, it awakens something inside him that craves even more of you. It's not about neediness or obsession. It's about recognizing that your energy brings something so special into his life that he starts to miss it even before it's gone. It's the kind of emotional magnetism that only exists in genuine, deep love. When a man feels this way, it also reflects how much value he places on time spent with you. It's not about doing big things or going on fancy dates. It's about the small moments that make him feel alive when you're near. He cherishes those moments so much that even while you're sitting beside him, he's already feeling the ache of knowing the moment will end. That's not a weakness. It's the purest form of appreciation for the connection you share. At its core, this phrase shows that his love is not just physical or based on convenience. It's rooted in something emotional, something lasting. He's not just with you, he's emotionally invested, emotionally affected, and emotionally present. Something happens, and the moment is not just something to be avoided. He's emotionally invested, emotionally affected, and emotionally present. When he says he misses you even while you're there, he's not trying to be dramatic. He's simply telling you that your presence means more to him than you probably realize, and that being near you feels like home, yet somehow never quite enough. When a man says, "You make everything better," he isn't just giving a compliment. He's expressing the emotional relief and warmth he feels because of your presence in his life. This phrase reveals that your energy, words, and support have a real impact on his mental and emotional state. In a world full of stress, expectations, and pressure, knowing that someone brings him peace is rare. He may not say it often, but when he does, it carries deep emotional truth. This statement often comes from a place of reflection, maybe after a long, difficult day or a moment when he was feeling overwhelmed. Your presence shifted something in him, whether it was your patience, your smile, or simply the way you listened without judgment. It gave him a sense of grounding. Men aren't always taught to acknowledge emotions, so when they find someone who makes the chaos in their mind quiet down, they remember it. Saying that you make everything better is his way of letting you know you've become his emotional anchor. It's also important to understand that love isn't just about celebrating the high. Real love shows up in the lows, in the moments of fear, confusion, and sadness. When he says this phrase, it means he doesn't only want you around when things are easy or exciting. He needs you in the quiet, difficult moments too, because somehow you manage to bring light into places that feel heavy. Your presence becomes something he looks forward to, not just for joy, but for comfort and clarity. Ultimately, this phrase isn't flattery. It's gratitude. It's a man realizing that life feels more manageable, more meaningful, and more hopeful with you in it. He might not always know how to explain exactly what you've done, but he knows how he feels when you're there. You make his world feel safer, calmer, and more whole. That kind of emotional presence is rare. And when he says, "You make everything better," he's telling you that you're not just part of his life, you're the part that helps him breathe a little easier. When a man says, "I want you to meet my family," it's more than just an invitation to dinner or a casual gathering. It signals that he's ready to let you in to a deeply personal part of his life. For many men, family represents history, values, vulnerability, and even childhood memories. Things not often shared lightly. Bringing someone into that space isn't a gesture made on a whim. It's a decision that reflects serious intentions and emotional security in the relationship. This step often comes after a man has spent time observing how you treat others, how you handle challenges, and how consistent your presence has been in his life. He doesn't just want you to meet his family for the sake of formality. He wants them to see the person who makes him happy, the one who supports him, and the one he sees as potentially being part of his future. It's not only about introducing you to his loved ones, it's about beginning to blend two worlds together in a way that feels meaningful and right to him. Introducing you to his family can also be a form of silent commitment, because if you're introducing you to his family can also be a form of silent commitment. Even if he hasn't said the words out loud, this gesture shows that he's not thinking short term. It means he sees a future that includes shared holidays, important milestones, and everyday moments with you by his side. He's not just living in the now, he's planning ahead and placing you in that picture. It's a form of emotional investment that says, "You matter enough to be part of what matters most to me." So when a man opens that door and says he wants you to meet his family, listen to what he's really saying underneath. He's saying, you're not just someone he enjoys spending time with, you're someone he's proud of, someone he wants his family to know, and someone he sees walking with him through life. It's one of the clearest signs that his love for you isn't just real, it's growing deeper with each passing day. When a man says, "I've been thinking about our future," it shows that something has shifted in his heart and mind. He's no longer seeing the relationship as something temporary or undefined. Instead, he's allowing himself to picture what life could look like with you in it long term. This isn't always an easy step for men to take, especially those who've been cautious with love or have experienced heartbreak. So when he begins to speak in terms of we rather than me, it's a sign that his love has matured into something more stable and thoughtful. This phrase means he's taking your connection seriously. He's not just enjoying the present moment, he's investing in what comes next, whether it's talking about living together, future travel plans, career goals that include your support, or even the idea of a family. These aren't just casual ideas. They are reflections of his desire to build a shared life with you. It shows that he sees you as more than just someone he loves emotionally. He sees you as a true partner. Talking about the future also means he feels emotionally safe and certain enough to plan ahead with you in mind. It's not about rushing or forcing the relationship forward, but about letting you know that you have a secure place in his long-term vision. And something I've said before about the exaggeration that he feels you have a secure place in his long-term vision. He wants to make decisions that benefit both of you. And he's starting to think about how your lives can grow together in a meaningful way. It shows emotional commitment that's grounded in reality, not fantasy. When a man reaches this point, it's one of the most reassuring signs of love. He's no longer just feeling love, he's acting on it. He's thinking about stability, alignment, and building something that lasts. It's his way of saying that you're not just part of his present, you're becoming a key part of the life he wants to create. And when those words are spoken sincerely, they're among the clearest signs that his heart is all in. When a man says, "I'm proud of you," it may seem like a simple expression of support, but it actually reveals something much deeper about how he feels. This phrase comes from a place of genuine admiration and emotional involvement. He's not just observing your achievements from the sidelines, he's emotionally connected to your growth and happiness. When someone truly loves you, your wins feel like their wins, and your efforts are seen and valued, no matter how big or small. This kind of pride is different from general encouragement. It's rooted in witnessing your journey and understanding what it took for you to get where you are. Whether it's a new job, finishing a project, standing up for yourself, or even just making it through a hard day, a man who is proud of you sees those moments as reflections of your strength, character, and resilience. His words come from a place of emotional closeness and admiration for the person you are becoming. When he expresses pride in you, it also shows that he sees you as an equal, someone whose accomplishments matter just as much as his own. He's not trying to compete with you or overshadow your success. Instead, he genuinely wants to celebrate it. This creates a supportive and healthy emotional space where both partners lift each other up. His pride in you reinforces that he's emotionally invested in your personal growth, not just in how you make him feel. Ultimately, "I'm proud of you" is more than just recognition. It's a reflection of how deeply he sees you, respects you, and believes in you. It means he's not just paying attention to your actions, he understands the heart and effort behind them. And when love is real, that kind of pride becomes one of the strongest forms of emotional connection and validation. It tells you that he's not only standing beside you, but that he truly sees your value. When a man says, "You're my best friend," he's revealing a connection that goes far beyond romance. This statement is not just about having fun together or enjoying each other's company. It reflects a deep emotional bond built on trust, loyalty, and understanding. In romantic relationships, attraction often sparks the beginning, but friendship is what keeps the relationship grounded. When he sees you as his best friend, it means you are the person he turns to, not only in love, but in life. Friendship in a relationship means being fully known and still fully accepted. It means having someone who listens without judgment, who supports without conditions, and who celebrates your highs and holds you through the lows. When he calls you his best friend, he's saying that you're the person who understands him in ways others don't, who makes him feel seen and heard. This kind of emotional safety is rare and is often a sign of a relationship that can stand the test of time. It also means he enjoys the simplicity of being around you. Beyond physical attraction or emotional drama, he enjoys your company in the most natural way. He can laugh with you, open up to you, and be himself without wearing any mask. That comfort creates a foundation where love can grow deeper every day. A relationship rooted in friendship isn't threatened by boredom or routine. It thrives on connection and companionship. When a man combines love and friendship, it's one of the strongest bonds he can offer. Romance may bring intensity, but friendship brings stability. It means he doesn't just love you in the passionate moments, he likes you in the quiet ones too. Calling you his best friend is his way of saying you're not just someone he loves, but someone he genuinely wants to live life with, side by side, through everything that comes. When a man says, "I love you," without any special occasion, without being prompted, and without expecting anything in return, it carries a different kind of weight. It's no longer just a phrase used to fill a romantic silence or to match the mood of a moment. Instead, it becomes a reflection of something deeply felt and consistently present. When he says it spontaneously, it means the emotion is alive in him, even when there's no external reason to express it. These quiet moments of affection often say more than the loud, grand ones. Anyone can say "I love you" during a candle-lit dinner or after a passionate kiss, but when those words come out in the middle of a regular conversation or while doing something mundane like washing dishes or watching a movie, it means the love has settled into his everyday life. It's not driven by a need to impress or respond. It's simply there, like a natural part of who he is around you. This kind of expression also reveals emotional consistency. It means he doesn't see love as a performance or something to prove only when things are going well. It's a steady undercurrent that flows regardless of the setting, the mood, or the moment. He says it because he feels it, not because he thinks he's supposed to. That level of sincerity is rare and deeply reassuring in a relationship. Ultimately, when he says, "I love you," in the quiet, ordinary moments, it's one of the clearest signs that his love is real. He's not trying to impress you. He's not seeking validation. He's simply being honest with what's in his heart. It means that love, for him, isn't tied to moments of excitement. It's woven into the normal rhythms of life. And that's the kind of love that stays, grows, and deepens over time.